Greetings on the channel. Learn more now. We will talk about why enough is enough. Sunak vows end to illegal immigration, saying Brits' right to be angry. Thank you in advance for your likes and subscriptions, and here we go. The Prime Minister warned that unless the UK act now and decisively, this will only get worse. Rishi Sunak outlined his new plan to crack down on illegal immigration this afternoon as he declared, "Enough is enough." The Prime Minister said no one can doubt our generosity of spirit to asylum seekers, but warned too many people were exploiting Britain's hospitality. Speaking in the House of Commons, Mr. Sunak set out efforts to clear the backlog of asylum claims by the end of next year, restart deportation flights to Rwanda, and return those from safe countries. Mr. Sunak told MPs unless we act now and decisively, this will only get worse, as he announced plans to establish a new small boats operational command dedicated to tackling the journeys to the UK. He said, "I hope the whole House would agree that there is a complex moral dimension to illegal migration, the balancing of our duty to support people in dire need, with the responsibility to have genuine control over our borders understandably provokes strong feelings. So it is my view that the basis for any solution shouldn't just be what works, but what is right. The simplest moral framing for this issue, one I believe members on all sides of this House believe in, is fairness." Be sure to write your comments below the video, it's very important to us. It is unfair that people come here illegally. It is unfair on those with a genuine case for asylum when our capacity to help is taken up by people coming through and from countries that are perfectly safe. It is unfair on those who migrate here legally, when others come here by cheating the system, and above all, it is unfair on the British people who play by the rules when others come here illegally and benefit from breaking those rules. More than 40,000 people have arrived in the UK this year via small boats crossing the English Channel. The Prime Minister said his plans see the removal of Albanian asylum seekers from the UK fast-tracked, and at the same time Home Office workers would be embedded at Tirana Airport to work with local authorities to disrupt people smuggling operations. He said the new dedicated unit for Albanian migrants would be staffed by 400 new specialists. Mr. Sunak added, "Over the coming months, thousands of Albanians will be returned home, and we will keep going with weekly flights until all the Albanians in our backlog have been removed." In a pledge to go further still to dissuade people from attempting to enter Britain illegally, he indicated fresh legislation would be brought forward to make unambiguously clear that if you enter the UK illegally, you should not be able to remain here. It is not just our asylum system that needs fundamental reform. Our laws need reform too. We must be able to control our borders to ensure that the only people who come here come through safe and legal routes. However well intended, our legal frameworks are being manipulated by people who exploit our courts to frustrate their removal for months or years on end. Mr. Speaker, I said enough is enough. And I mean it. He warned new laws would mean those entering the UK illegally will be detained and swiftly returned either to your home country or to a safe country where your claim for asylum will be considered. He continued, "You will no longer be able to frustrate removal attempts with late or spurious claims or appeals. And once removed, you should have no right to re-entry, settlement, or citizenship." Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer admitted illegal immigration was a serious problem, requiring serious solutions, but criticised the measures outlined by the Prime Minister. "We need leadership at home and abroad. We need a Home Office that functions effectively. And we need to defeat the criminal gangs operating on the coast. But time and time again this government has refused to treat a serious problem seriously. And he has sat around the cabinet table the whole time," he said. "The gimmicks go on, and so do the crossings. We need to bring this to an end. That means a proper plan to crack down on the gangs, quick processing, return agreements, serious solutions to a serious problem. That's what Labour will offer." Subscribe to the channel, write comments, and we will keep you informed of all the latest developments.